Okay, let's get you more acquainted with this new calculator you've got. In this video, we want to show you how to enter data into your calculator's list environment and how to sort that data. First thing we need to do is turn the calculator on. To do that, press the on button. It's at the bottom left of the calculator. Right now we're looking at the calculator's home screen. The home screen is where you would do all your calculations, like 89 divided by 6, 7 plus 39, and so on. To open your calculator's list environment, we simply need to press the Stat button, followed by pressing the Enter button. So to open the calculator's list environment, press the Stat button, then Enter. If you want to quit back to the home screen or exit back to the home screen, simply press the second button and then the Mode button. So to open the calculator's list environment, we're pressing Stat Enter, and to quit back to the home screen, we press second Mode. I want you to notice something. When I press the Stat button, right now I'm able to access this Edit drop-down menu. It's an Edit drop-down menu. On this menu, you can see we can access 5 different functions or 5 different commands. And you can see that number 2 is the sort ascending command. We're going to use that a little bit later. Right now what we'd like to do is just edit or enter in our numbers into the calculator's list environment. So we press Enter here. You can see I'm going to use my arrow keys. Scroll up here. You can see we're in list 1. There's a list 2, a list 3, list 4, list 5, list 6 here. Looks like there's 6 lists. Right now in my calculator, I've got data in list 1. If I wanted to clear data from that list, then I could just go in here into the list and just start pressing the delete button, and it'll delete the entries out of this list. But what if you have 100, 200, 300 numbers in that list? That's going to be a lot of presses of the delete button. And of course there's an easier way. The easiest way to delete or clear data from your list is to use your arrow key. Use your arrow keys to move your cursor to where it's highlighting L1, then press Clear, Enter. So that's how you clear data from your list. Let's go ahead and enter in the data set here that we're using in this video. So here we've got 10 numbers to enter in. So you want to make sure to use your arrow keys here, move your cursor to where it's highlighting row 1 in list 1. Once you've done that, let's just go ahead and enter 62 in. So press 62 and then enter. Once I've done that, you can see it puts 62 in row 1. Then enter in 72, enter, 85, enter, 43, enter. So each time I put in a number, I then press enter, and the calculator will put that number in my calculator's list 1. Okay, once I've got that done, I probably ought to double check that I've done that correctly. I want you to notice a couple of things. Right now my cursor is in list 1, row 11. And I can tell you that because it says it right here at the bottom of the list. I'm in list 1, row 11. If I move my cursor up 1, you can see that I'm at the 10th row of list 1. I've got 10 numbers in my data set, and it looks like I've got 10 numbers entered into list 1, so it looks like I've got the correct amount of data entries. I then just want to use my arrow keys to just scroll back through and look at the data, make sure I've entered it in correctly. Right now I'm at the bottom of my list. If I'm at the bottom of my list and I want to get to the top of the list real quick, then I'm actually going to use the down arrow key, and that'll put me back up to the top. So press the down arrow key a couple of times. That'll put you back up to the very top of the list, so that you can tell I'm at the top of the list here, because it says so right here that I'm on list 1. My cursor's in list 1, row 1. And the entry in that row is 62. Okay, so if you scroll down, you can see, okay, I'm in row 2, row 3, row 4, and so on. So this is how to interpret what your the meaning of your calculator down here at the bottom. It just tells you what list and what row you're in. Okay. All right. So you've got that. Let's go in here and show you how to sort that data set. We'd like to sort that number set in ascending fashion from smallest to largest. Okay, so now we want to sort this data in ascending fashion from smallest to largest. So to do that, we're going to press Stat 2, second 1. Press the Stat button, and then when we press the 2 button, this will paste the sort ascending command over to the calculator's home screen. And if I press enter right now, then the calculator will throw an error because we didn't tell the calculator what list we wanted it to sort. So if your calculator's throwing an error, how to get back to the home screen, just press enter here or press 1 to quit. And what we'd like to do now is start over, right? Press Stat 2, press Stat 2. This will paste the sort ascending command to the calculator's home screen, and we need to now tell the flashing cursor what list we want to have the calculator sort, and of course that's list 1. So to put list 1 up there, we're going to press the second button followed by the 1 button. So you saw there that the 1 button becomes an L1 button if you press the second button prior to pressing 1. Similarly, the 2 button can be used as an L2 button if you press the second button prior to pressing the 2 button. So now just hit enter, and the calculator tells you I've done that. So what we just did was we executed the sort ascending algorithm, and the calculator says I'm done doing that. So the entire sequence of commands to sort data in ascending fashion, it's really just 5 button presses. You're going to press the Stat button followed by 2 to paste the sort ascending command to the home screen, and then you're going to press second 1 for L1, and then press enter to execute the sort algorithm. So now if you want to view the data that's sorted, press Stat Enter to open up the calculator's list environment again, and you can see we're in cursors in list 1, row 1, and you can tell the minimum value in the data set is 19. You can scroll through the data and you can see the numbers are sorted ascending. If I want to get to the bottom of the list, I can just scroll up until my cursor's in row 10. So there you have it. That's how you enter data into the calculator's list environment, and that's how you sort the data in ascending fashion.